This video presentation is on solving equations with fractional exponents. Basically, this is going to be pretty simple. What we want to do is isolate the part that is raised to a power. In this case, we want to isolate this part right here. All right? Whether it's a variable being raised to a power or an expression, we want that isolated. So what are we going to do? Well, like we've always done, we're going to add 1 plus 1. And we're going to get negative 4 times 4 minus 12x raised to the 3 halves equals minus 2050. Divide by negative 4. Divide by negative 4. Divide by negative 4. And we get 4 minus 12x quantity raised to the 3 halves equals there's a mistake there. You know, get rid of that guy too. No, that's not going away. This is 48. Okay. Negative 2048 divided by 4 is negative positive 512. Now, this is the part that's just a little bit tricky. We want to get rid of the exponent. So what we do is we raise the 2, raise to the reciprocal power. The reciprocal of 3 halves is 2/3. I raise this to the 2/3 power. And I raise this to the 2/3. Why the reciprocal? Because the product of a number and its reciprocal is 1. The power to a power rule says we multiply these exponents. 3 halves times 2/3 is 1. So I have 4 minus 12x equals cube root of 512 squared. Now 512 is going to show up quite a bit. All right. 512 equals 2 to the 9th power. There are 3 groups of 2. If it's 2 to the 9th, there's 3 groups of 2. It's equal to 8. And then we square it. Cube root of 512, cube root 512 equals 8. You can do the work if you want, or you can take my word for it. You should know this. This will show up a lot. So we have 4 minus 12x equals 64, and we solve this equation. Minus 4, minus 4, negative 12x equals 60. We divide by negative 12. We divide by negative 12, and x equals negative 5. And we're done. All right? Let's look at another example. First of all, let's go over this. Only 2 things we did is isolate what is being taken to the power, and then we raise it to the reciprocal power on both sides. That's it. Very, very simple. All right. Next one will have a slightly added twist to it. All right. here's our equation. And just like last time, we want to isolate, in fact, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to draw these parentheses in a different color. We want to isolate what is being raised to the power. So we're going to start by adding 5. And we're going to get the opposite of 3x plus 13 equals negative 256. And we divide by negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. I lost my exponent. And we end up with 3x plus 13 raised to the 4/3 power equals 256. Again, like in the last example, 512 was 2 to the 9th. 256 equals 2 to the 8th power. It's just one factor less of 2. That's an important thing to know. Now we are going to raise this, I was getting ahead of myself, to the reciprocal power. The reciprocal of 4/3 is 3/4, raised to the 3/4 power. And when we raise a power to a power, we lose the exponents. 3x plus 13 equals the 4th root of 256 raised to the 3rd power. Now this is where it gets a little bit different. Anytime there's an even root, and the 4th root is even root, we need to use plus or minus. Why is that? Well, the 4th root of 16 is 2, and it's negative 2, because negative 2 raised to the 4th power equals 16. But when we use notation like this, I should have put it here also, we are talking about the positive root. And since there's a positive and a negative, we need to put the plus or minus when solving an equation. All right, we're almost done. 3x plus 13 is equal to plus or minus 256 raised to the 4th root. Since 256 is 2 to the 8, I'm looking for groups of 4. There's 2 groups of 4. 2 times 2 is 4, or 4 cubed. So 3x plus 13 is equal to 64, and 3x plus 13 is equal to negative 64. Minus 3 minus 13, and I get 3x equals 51. And running out of space here. Divide by 3, x equals 17. Minus 13, minus 13. 3x equals negative 77. Divide by 3, and x equals 77/3, or negative 77/3. So our solution is 17 and negative 17/3. Again, all we did is isolate what's being raised to the power, and then we raise both sides to the reciprocal power. Because I'm even, there's a plus or a minus. Just like when we took the square root, 2 is an even number, we had to use plus or minus. All right? Pretty simple. Not going to get anything too crazy on this stuff. So hopefully this makes a little bit of sense. Have a great day, and I will talk to you later.